Hey guys, welcome to Manifesting Better. I'm back with another video and another topic that needs to be addressed. I also have an Instagram account, the link for that is in the description box below. Coaching is also available, the link for that too is in the description box below. So in this video, I want to talk about purging. I want to talk about what is a purge, how does a purge work, how do we know if we are in a purge, and I know that some people get confused with the concept. So I will cover all the details about this subject today. I already have a video about birds before landing, which is a similar topic, not so similar, but a similar topic, which will give you a lot of insights about things that I'm talking about here. So you can check that out. I will link it down in the description. Also, thank you for everyone who has been wishing me, congratulating me, because so my first newsletter got uploaded. All of you who haven't signed up, you can sign it. Like, you won't get the first one, but I am like, it's going to be a weekly thing. I will be sharing success stories, things like that, everything in detail there, a little bit more candid. So you can subscribe for it. The link is in my description, and the link is also in my pages about channel. So you can just sign up for it on my website. It's completely free. All right, so let's talk about purging and what does the term purge means. So in conventional terms, when people in the manifestation community are talking about the term purge, what they are basically saying is that a lot of times what happens is that we have been living from a particular mindset, right? We have been living a particular life from a particular mindset for a long amount of time. We have had particular actions. We have had some things that we do that are not things that we like. We have done some actions that we don't really want to do. We have chased, we have begged, we have had opposite beliefs. We have had opposite boundaries, things like that. And then we start to get into this journey of manifestation, and we start to understand a lot more about these things. We take in content, we take in information, and we try to change. But while we are trying to change, a lot of times what happens is that the old story doesn't instantly go away, and that it is taking some time. A lot of times it's because of opposite beliefs that are still lingering inside, core beliefs that still need to be changed. But a lot of times it's just about that you are changing, but the reality hasn't caught up yet. So the 3D, what we call it, hasn't caught up yet. So you are changing, but the old thoughts are still playing out for some time. That's what a purge basically means. But I will give you some interesting takes on this topic so that you can also identify if you are in the purge or not. You can wait till the end. I will explain everything properly. All right. So first thing, a lot of times when people are saying that they are going through a purge, it's either one of these three situations happening. The first situation that is happening is that they are actually not changing. So this is the most common one, and this will trigger the most of you. But it's important to understand that a lot of times what you are saying that change is not change. It's just you reciting some affirmations, but still reacting in the old ways, in the old methods, in the old direction, still chasing, still begging, doing all these things, and then expecting things to change. So a lot of times it's not even that a purge is happening. It's more that you are getting the same thing that you are putting out. So if everything is coming from you, if everyone is you pushed out, then it is definitely coming from you. And you have to understand that the change first has to happen inside for the change to happen outside. I cannot keep waiting for the change to happen outside for me to get the change inside. The inside change is the first priority. So if you are someone who feels that I am in this thing called purging for a long time, please actually identify and see if I'm actually persisting or I'm saying I'm persisting. The second event that is usually happening is that you are not in a purge, you are just in a situation where it is leading you towards what you want. So see, in our mind, we all, based on our past, based on our childhood, based on our experiences, we all have a certain direction of what we think the how would be. So if for example, let's say you ask someone, how would you probably get back with your ex who you are in no contact with? So their first thought would be that maybe they will reach out to me, they will text me, then I will text them back, and then we will have a conversation, and then they will ask me out on a date, and then we will go on a date, and from there we will get into this butterfly feeling zone, and the relationship will start again, and it will be a happily ever after. But that bridge is because of what I feel the bridge should be like. The probability is the bridge will not be that way, because your subconscious, your higher self, source, God, whatever you want to call it, has its own ways which are faster than yours. So a lot of times it will not be in a linear direction. It can be back and forth, which means that, let's say something bad will first happen. Let's say they will call me, and then for a few days we will not talk, and then I will bump into them in the supermarket and nothing will happen. But then later, two weeks down the line, I will meet them at a party, and they will start to say these cute things to me, and they will ask me out, and then we will go on a few dates, and maybe we'll keep going out for 2-3 months, and from there they will finally pop the question of commitment. So the bridge of incidents can be anything. A lot of times we are just going through something and we don't know how to label it, and because we are not able to finally label it properly, we just start calling it a purge. The third thing is happening is that it's actually not a purge, but your old self coming out to see where you are truly at. So your old self comes out. So your mind likes safety. Your mind likes to be safe about things, and it wants to be certain about things. Because a lot of times it has happened before that you have tried to change but didn't, because you kept reacting in the same way. It still links to the first point, this one, but you kept reacting in the same way. When an opposite circumstance is coming in, a lot of times it's not something that is coming in to put you down. A lot of times that circumstance is just coming in to see how you would react to it. And I don't like to use this term tests, but I would say that it's kind of like a test, that your subconscious is actually, you are getting an opportunity and to react in a way which is going to cement your new self concept. So what you're calling a purge is a lot of times just an opportunity to react to it in a way which can cement your growth, which can help you grow out of it, which can make sure that you're persisting in that. Regardless of it being any of it, eventually what you have to understand is that the purge still has to be solved in the same way. So the same rules still apply no matter what the situation is. Even if it's a bridge of events, even if you feel like I'm not changing, or it's a test, like I don't, again, like I said, I don't like to use this term, but I will just because it will make more sense here. But no matter what it is, what you have to see is my reaction to it, and the way that I handle it still remains the same no matter which one of these three it is. So even if it's the bridge, even if it's the first part or the third part, I still have to work on myself to change my belief system and get into a place where I can allow this manifestation to come in. I still have to keep doing that, and the answer to that is the same. So identification of saying I'm in a purge is important, but not as important as to understand that what has to be my follow-up game plan. Because a lot of times we are saying that, oh, I'm in a purge, and we are finding out more reasons on why I'm in this situation rather than focusing on what can I do to get out of it. Because that is the eventual goal, right? Even though you understand why the situation happened, that doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to instantly change it. Even though that situation is happening, that doesn't mean that instantly things will change. It just means that my work remains the same no matter from where it is coming from. Of course, if it is coming from some kind of trauma, some kind of fear, some kind of belief system that you're not liking, then we still have to address that. And I cannot do it via video, of course. This is something that I help my clients with. But if you are in that kind of a zone, understand that more important than realizing if it's a purge or not, it's important to understand what am I going to do moving forward. Now, a few more points I would like to add, and a few things that happen with people. So first, a lot of times what happens is that people are actually not into anything bad. Nothing is actually happening, but they see an opposite circumstance and they start calling it a purge, right? But now is where the vicious cycle starts. Because they are consistently labeling something as the purge, because they keep on saying if it's a purge or not, or if it's something opposite or not, or if it's something that is stopping me, or the old reality coming out, doesn't really matter. But because you keep saying that, it keeps on manifesting again and again. So a lot of times people are in this consistent zones of purging, that, oh, I'm just purging, the old story is just coming out, when in fact what is happening is that that was supposed to happen a long time ago, but because you kept saying you are in a purge, you kept getting more reasons to feel like I'm in a purge. So more and more and more and more things start coming up, which just kept making you feel like you are in a purge, because you manifested it, because you keep saying it. The second thing that I would like for you to understand is that, see, and this is going to be important, if you are someone who's actually persisting, if you are someone who's actually doing everything properly, doing everything correctly, handling resistance correctly, handling your fears correctly, handling your mindset, boundaries, actions, everything, have worked on your belief system and everything, and then a few set of opposite circumstance come in, focus on, like, you can look at it and say that okay, it's a purge just to make yourself feel better, but then understand that I really don't have to, like, me identifying this current world as what is happening does not actually do anything good for me. So even if I see this as a purge, and even if it is something that is not fully working out, as I am growing and as I am moving forward, that's what my job is to assume that it is working out for me, is to assume that things are happening for me. So, to sum it up, purges are things that happen when the old reality is still coming out while you are working on yourself. There are only three reasons why this might be happening with you. Either you are not changing, or it's a bridge of events that you are calling a purge, or the third possibility is that you are in a zone where as soon as something is happening, you're assigning it a meaning which is not really helpful for you. Don't keep calling things a purge. Move forward. Understand that eventually what you have to do moving forward is what will matter more and is what will get you the results. So I really intend that you got this topic. I will make more content on this if you want me to. Also, I would like to discuss some things with you guys. So I got this comment from one of my followers on Instagram the other day, that they wanted that it would be better if so I was thinking of starting a podcast, and like they just reflected that back and they said that, hey, it would be lovely if you can start a podcast where you can cater to more people, and it can be longer than YouTube videos. So if you guys would be interested in something like that, comment down below. I will plan accordingly and probably will start a podcast soon where I can go into detail about these topics, because I'm still, like, when I'm talking about it here, I'm discussing them in detail, but I can literally talk about these topics for 50-50 minute long episodes. So if that's something that you feel would be better, then let me know, like, however you guys want to be helped. Or if you feel that uploading it on YouTube would be better, then also let me know. I will plan accordingly. And I will see you guys in the next video. Click the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe and turn the notifications on for more such content. Comment down your video suggestions and I will see you guys in the next one.